Hello, my strange and charmed ones, and welcome back to my channel for another installment of Plan Like an Entrepreneur. For today's video, I am going to, of course, show you how I plan for the week ahead. But at the end of this video, I also have a very special Q&A, and today's Q&A is basically been themed for blogging and YouTube, how to get started with blogging and YouTube. If you have watched the series before, thank you for returning, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you're new to this series, basically this is a weekly series that I do on Sundays where I show you guys how I actually plan with using my planner for the week ahead, and I also answer some questions that have been submitted by my community. So let's go ahead and get started with planning for the week. Okay, so for this week, I actually just need one planner because I already took a look at my A5 Fluoro Pink, which is my 43 folders system, and I don't actually have anything for this week in the folder, so I'm actually good to go with that, which is really awesome. But of course, I do have some things that I need to write down in my planner pertaining to this week ahead of us, which is the week of March 9th through the 15th. Okay, so let's get the tools out that I like to use. As you guys know, I have my planner as well as, you know, some pens and different things that I like to have with me while I'm planning. And the first thing I want to write down actually is a special event, which is Friday, March 13th is actually my birthday. So I'm going to go ahead and write it in. I have it in other places in my planner, but I wanted to go ahead and make sure it's here in my week. Not that I would ever forget it, but you know, you want to have your birthday listed on your calendar for the week. The next thing I'm just going to do really quickly is write down my tasks, which I normally do in black. So down in my tasks list here, I'm going to just write down that I have to write blog posts, which I always have to do. I have YouTube videos I have to put out. I have Instagram photos, and that reminds me, if you guys do not already know, I have a Instagram photo challenge running right now. It's called Charmed GTD. GTD stands for Getting Things Done, and you can head on over to my Instagram account at MissTrenchcoat to join in all the fun. Don't worry that we're already like a week in. Just pick up wherever, you guys. You don't have to do every one of them. Just do what you can and just have fun and get inspired by looking through the pictures that everyone else has posted on the hashtag. So I've got that. I also have some Facebook posts I have to do, some tweets, and that should be about it for my work this week, for my own personal endeavors. Okay, so I also have a few things that are not actually scheduled out that I want to just make a note of, and I'm actually going to do it in black erasable with my friction pen, just in case these things get changed around. So I'm supposed to have a mastermind call with my friend Lisa Marie. We just like to catch up and things like that. I also might have another mastermind actually that is supposed to be, I think maybe this week. I thought it was supposed to be this weekend, but I think it's been rescheduled. And other than that, I think Monday I have some client work that I should catch up on. And yeah, that should really be my week. I don't really have a lot of specific things this week that have to be done. And I am going to be taking like a 3-day weekend by not working on my birthday, which is going to be a first because I actually have been working like every single day, I feel like, for the past few weeks and months. I like never take any days off. So you know, the life of an entrepreneur, that is the way it goes. So I just, I think I am going to take my birthday off, and I think my husband also is as well. So just something I want to check really quickly is my editorial calendar, which is on my month on 2 pages calendar, just to see what I have to write for this upcoming week. Okay. Got it. Okay, so I just wanted to see what it was on my schedule for that. And actually I had something scheduled for Wednesday on a video, but I think it's actually going to get moved. So I'm actually going to erase that topic and put it Maybe I'll put it down at the last week because I don't think I'm going to have it done for this week. Okay, so that looks like my editorial schedule is fine. One more last place I just want to check is my project planning section, because I do have some things that I just want to add some things to this list just so that I know I keep track of them. Just some different master list items I need. Okay, and that should be everything. I just want to make sure I'm keeping that list up to date, and I don't think there's anything else in any of my project planning sheets that I need to work on right now. Yeah, I think I'm actually all caught up on my projects, which is really good. So this looks like it's going to be my week. Also, I don't have time right now to do the meal planning because my husband and I actually haven't done our meal planning for the week because we're going to go grocery shopping later today. I'm actually filming this a little bit earlier than I normally would. So we don't actually have our plan for our meals yet. So I'm just going to leave that be, and I will fill that in. But if you guys want to see how I meal plan, check out the previous 2 iterations of the Plan Like an Entrepreneur videos, and you'll be able to see those. So I think so far I'm good for my week. So that should be it for my planning. Okay, so that was it for the planning portion of this video, and now on to the Q&A. Like I said in my intro, today's video Q&A is all about getting started with blogging and YouTube. So I, of course, in order to keep myself organized, I have my turquoise domino Filofax in A5 here. That is my business binder. And I've actually taken some notes, and I'm going to go ahead and basically give you guys the quick and dirty on how to get started with blogging and YouTube. As you guys know, if you heard my entrepreneurship story from last installment of this video, you know that I really got my start with all of this, with blogging and with YouTube, and it's really brought me the ability to really have a full-on business, which is really exciting. So I thought, let me go ahead and share my knowledge with you guys, and I know a lot of you had a lot of questions about this, because I know a lot of you want to get started with a blog or a YouTube channel, or both, and so I hope this helps. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is blogging. And so when it comes to blogging, obviously the first thing you're going to need to have is a blog. And a question that I get a lot is, what platform should I set my blog up on? Do I have to set it up on WordPress, or can I set it up on Blogspot? Now, WordPress and Blogspot are 2 very different types of platforms. Blogspot is a free platform for blogging. And if you've ever seen one of those websites, it would say something like, www.strangeandcharmed.blogspot.com. That is how I got started with my blog. However, for anyone out there today who is really thinking about starting a blog and you really want to do a lot with your blog and you really want to make an impact with your blog and you perhaps want to build a business or make money from your blog, you definitely need to go the self-hosted route, which basically means that you pay for your domain name, you pay for a company to host your blog for you, and you have complete and utter control over that. So one of the platforms that gives you that ability is WordPress.org, not WordPress.com. So they're actually 2 different sites. Same name. I know it's very confusing, but WordPress.org, I believe, is the one where you can self-host. And WordPress.com actually just gives you like another free website like strangeandcharmed.wordpress.com. But what you want is to be able to have your website like me, www.strangecharmed.com, right? No Blogspot, no WordPress in the title. You want your own self-hosted site. Now, when you're going self-hosted, there's really 2 really popular options right now. One of them is WordPress, and the other one is a new up-and-coming platform called Squarespace that you may have seen or heard some things about. Now, I could make an entire video about this subject, but you really just need to do your research and see which one works for you. Just a quick overview of the differences between the 2. Squarespace is a really great platform that does the self-hosting, and everything with Squarespace is controlled by Squarespace, and so everything with your website, when you build it through Squarespace, is very seamless, and everything works together perfectly. Now, that may seem very appealing to you, and if you know, having like an easy route seems appealing to you, then maybe that's something that you want to consider. But as it stands, Squarespace, although it is developing and getting bigger, currently the only people developing for Squarespace is Squarespace itself, as opposed to WordPress, which is basically like this open platform for development, which means you get so many more people that are developing for WordPress sites, and so you get a lot of variety with the way that you can set up your site and the things that you can do with your site. So I have WordPress, that's how I have mine hosted, and it works very well for me. It gives me a lot of different control, and I really like it. It's also a cheaper option, I believe, overall. Squarespace is a little bit more expensive because they kind of do your domain and your hosting, and it's a little bit of a premium because everything comes through them. But that's a basic difference. And like I said, a big question I get is why self-hosted, right? So why? If that's why you're wondering, why should you be going that route? The easy answer is it all has to do with SEO, which is search engine optimization. And that's basically the way that your site is ranked on the internet. Now, when you use a free site, you automatically go into the game at a disadvantage. When you have a self-hosted site, either Squarespace or WordPress, you know, you get higher rankings because you are running almost like a serious website. You know what I mean? Not to say that Blogspot isn't serious, but when you have to pay for something and you actually have to build a site, it's, you know, the SEO for one reason or another just ranks better, which means that you'll get more eyeballs to your site through organic search. So people searching on Google to find topics that you write about on your blog, that is going to be increased if you're using a WordPress or a Squarespace self-hosted website as opposed to a free platform like Blogspot or WordPress.com. Okay, so the next thing after you have figured out which one of the platforms you want to go on is you're going to need a theme for your website. Now, a lot of people who are developing, you know, a business or want to have a really, really well done website, a lot of them go to developers and designers to actually custom design their website. But this can cost thousands of dollars. So I actually found it much easier and much cheaper and much more convenient to just go and pay for a really premium theme. You know, drop a little bit of money on a really good theme. They range from, you know, you can get free themes that are fine. And I think I paid a little bit under $200 for my theme. But if you go to my website and you see, like, it looks like something that was developed by a designer and a developer team. It actually is very functional. It is very responsive, which means that if you view it on your phone or on your computer, it all works very seamlessly. So it's a really well done site, and I didn't have to spend thousands of dollars on it. So the next thing you're going to need to know about blogging is, obviously, you need to know the categories of topics you're going to be blogging about. It's really important to be establishing yourself from the get-go, saying that I'm going to be a fashion blogger, I'm going to be a productivity blogger, or I'm going to be a planner blogger, or whatever, food blogger, travel blogger, whatever it is. Sit down and write out a list of categories of the different types of posts that you plan to create for your site. And then through that, you can create an editorial calendar, which is basically a schedule of the blog posts that you're going to put up on which days. Now, just a tip for you, in order to be ranked among the highest websites, it's really important that you update your blog 3 days a week. That's the amount of time that I update my blog, because it puts you in that upper tier so that your blog is being ranked even higher in SEO. Obviously, Google and other search engines are going to rank websites lower that get updated less frequently. So really aim for at least once a week updating your blog, and if you can, 3 days a week would be wonderful. And you just keep a running list of ideas that are, you know, stem from the categories that you write about, and then you plan out your blog posts on your editorial calendar. If you have questions about that, last installment of this series, I actually showed you guys how I fill out my editorial calendar. So go ahead and check that out after this video if you're interested. The final thing you need to know about blogging and getting started with blogging is that you're going to need to network with other bloggers. So you definitely want to make sure that you're reading other blogs that are in your niche and outside of your niche. You know, make sure you're communicating with the community of bloggers around you. Leave comments, be supportive, follow other people on their social media feeds, and eventually people are going to start noticing you. And then what's going to happen is you're going to start getting followers of your own who are going to leave you comments and follow you on your social media accounts and all that jazz. So it's really important that you nurture those relationships by making sure that you are prioritizing them, that you're responding to people's comments and questions, and that you're reaching out on a regular basis to other bloggers. Okay, so now let's switch gears and talk about YouTube. YouTube is a very similar process to blogging in the community development aspect, but obviously you need to set up your YouTube channel a little bit differently. So in order to set up a YouTube channel nowadays, you should have a Google account, and I would suggest just creating a new Gmail account with the name that you want associated with your YouTube account. So whether or not that's, you know, the name of your blog or your own personal name, get a Gmail account associated with that. And then what you're going to be able to do is sign up for a Google Plus account. Not sign up for one, but you'll be able to set up your Google Plus page. And then through that, you actually have a YouTube channel. It's a little bit more convoluted nowadays how you set up a YouTube channel. And of course, I could say this and then tomorrow the entire process could change. But for the most part, set up a Google Gmail account, set up your Google Plus page, and then set up your YouTube page. Now, YouTube is really great because it gives you a lot of different tools and really can walk you through how you even set up your channel. So again, you're going to have things that you're going to want to set up like your channel art and your channel icon. And obviously you want to set up your profile to let people know what you're going to be making videos about and how often you're going to be making videos. But just like blogging with your YouTube channel, you're going to want to, again, keep an editorial calendar that kind of lists out the categories of the videos that you're going to be able to make, and then keep lists, running lists of the video topics that you would like to talk about. Okay, so obviously since this is YouTube, there's also going to be a specific set of tools that you're going to need to have in order to actually create YouTube videos, right? So the first thing you're going to need is a camera that takes HD video. That's really important. And when I say you need a camera that takes HD video, I would strongly advise against using an iPhone as your primary camera. Using an iPhone to vlog or using it as a secondary screen is absolutely fine, but I don't think you should be making videos on a iPhone camera. It's just a little bit too difficult. And there's plenty of options out there for cameras that are at a variety of different price points that do full HD. I'll go ahead and leave you guys down below a link to my camera that I use. I actually use a DSLR to film, so I will leave you that information down below if you're interested in just seeing what I have. So that is the first thing you need, is a digital camera that takes video in HD. The second thing that you're going to need to have either in your home already or something that you may need to purchase separately is some lighting, like studio lighting or just some really good lamps. Now, I actually use a very inexpensive set of studio lights that I purchased off of Amazon. And if you've ever seen my videos or you see my, my pictures on my Instagram account, you know that I have really good lighting. So these really cheap studio lights are actually a really great value, and they've been working really well for me. So you don't have to spend a lot of money, but you definitely need to have adequate lighting in order to film so that you can take a full advantage of that HD video capability. The final thing you're going to need to have is a set, right? So you're going to need a place that's not necessarily dedicated to filming, but a place where you can film that feels very comfortable and natural for your brand and for your channel. So as you can see, I, switch around where I film sometimes, but my main set, as I like to call it, is my office in my desk area. So you guys have this view of my desk, and I think it's really conducive to that atmosphere of productivity and getting work done and staying organized. So, give thought to what your set is going to be, whether it's sitting on your couch or in front of your bed in your bedroom or in your closet, maybe surrounded by clothes if you're like a beauty and fashion vlogger. There's a lot of different options obviously for you, so just find something that works for you. Okay, so networking and growing your channel is the exact same way with YouTube as it is with blogging. You really just have to watch other people's YouTube channels and comment and just be nice and kind, and basically just, you'll naturally attract people to your channel. channel. As you create really good videos or really interesting or helpful videos, more and more people are going to come to your channel to actually check you out, especially if you're someone who responds to all their comments and is someone that leaves nice comments on other people's videos and, gives other people's videos thumbs up. And, you'll really end up developing a little bit of a community on YouTube bit by bit. And you just basically need to keep that up and, keep your friendships and relationships out on YouTube and take them outside to other social media platforms, and it'll really earn you a lot of respect within the community, and slowly but surely you will build a good following. So those are my tips for getting started with a blog or a YouTube channel. But of course I know that I really literally just scratched the surface of that topic. And I actually have something really awesome that I wanted to talk to you guys about today that has just launched on my shop. Now, as some of you may already know, because I have gotten many inquiries from a lot of members of my community about this, I am available for coaching for your blog or YouTube channel or business. And recently I have actually shut my coaching business down because I wanted to basically reevaluate it and set up a new program that would be able to help more people in a really streamlined and affordable way. So today I want to announce formally my new coaching program, which is called Empire Building. If you guys have seen that wall art that I have behind me, it actually says, "Be an Empress, build an empire." I have been moving towards this new program for quite some time now, and it's finally ready to be launched. So basically, my Empire Building program is a really awesome, multifaceted program that'll offer you either one-to-one coaching, if that's what you're looking for, group coaching, or step-by-step guidebooks for how to start, build, and basically create your own empire through online business. Now, if you're someone who wants to start a blog or a YouTube channel or an Etsy shop or a combination of all of those, this is the program for you. Basically, anyone who wants to start a business online, this is for you. So let me go ahead and give you a quick overview of the program. So the Empire Building program is actually a 5-pillar system for developing your business and your brand from the ground up. Each pillar of the program has been broken up into a blueprint, which is basically a workbook that I have created with step-by-step instructions for each of the topics and each of the pillars that have been established within the program. So here I've got an example of the first blueprint in the series, which revolves around the topic of branding. And this workbook combines practical information and real-life application through a series of worksheets and activities that you can work through in order to develop your business. Now, this system, as I said, has been developed by me, and it is a 5-part system. And right now, I have Blueprint 1 is available on my site. However, I do have a few coaching options that are also available with these blueprints. Level 1 of my coaching practice is the Blueprint Path, in which you'll be able to pre-purchase all of the blueprints in my system at a steep discount, as well as gain access to a private mastermind Facebook group where you'll have direct access to me, as well as a community of other like-minded individuals and entrepreneurs who are also working side by side through the program with you. I really believe that the path to a successful business really relies on a really good community of other business people and entrepreneurs that you surround yourself with. So the Facebook group is actually going to be a wonderful place where we're going to have lots of mastermind discussions, and I'm also going to make sure that we each have our own accountability partners so that as we work through the program and through the blueprints, we are all making sure we make the most of all the tips and tricks, and we're putting everything to practice. Obviously, you guys can buy this from me, read it, and never do a single thing with it. But I'm hoping that by having this sort of group coaching sessions within the Facebook group, that it'll actually keep you guys accountable and motivated to make sure that you're taking steps on a regular basis to build your business. Now, the second level of my coaching program is what I call the Architect Path, and that's where you get one-to-one coaching with me. With the Architect Path, you'll also get access to the Facebook group, but you'll also get not one, but 2 Skype sessions with me so we can chat about your brand, your business, and I will personally create you a content development action plan so that you know exactly what you need to do, who you need to target, and the types of content that you need to be putting out there in order to make your business successful. Now let's go ahead and talk about pricing, because I'm currently running a limited time offer for special pricing into the coaching programs for empire building. Now, if you're not interested in doing one-to-one coaching with me or group coaching through the Facebook group, the price for the individual blueprints will be $37 each. So if you just want to purchase blueprint number 1 for branding and check out the program and see if it's for you, you absolutely can. However, if you're interested in getting into the Blueprint Path group coaching program through the private Facebook group, I'm actually offering a limited time only offer where you can pre-purchase all 5 of the blueprints at a steeply discounted price. Instead of paying $37 per blueprint, $97 will buy you all of the 5 blueprints, plus give you immediate access to the group coaching in the Facebook group. So for $97, you can buy in right now at a limited time. This price is only going to be for this initial launch, and it will be going up with the launch of the second blueprint, which will be in April. However, at this time, if you want to buy into the entire program and group coaching and have one-on-one access to me for help and guidance to build your own business, $97 buys you all of the blueprints and instant access into the Facebook group. Now, if you're someone who's actually interested in one-on-one coaching with me, I'm also introducing the Architect Path at a deeply discounted rate as well. So for $297, you pre-order all of the blueprints, plus get instant access to the Facebook group, as well as the 2 coaching calls with me and the custom content development action plan that I will create for you. So as you can see, right now is really the time to act if you do want to get into a coaching session with me, either one-on-one or the group coaching. But of course, there's absolutely no pressure. If you just want to try out the first blueprint, see what the program is all about, you can absolutely purchase an individual blueprint at the $37 price. And if you would like to upgrade during the limited time offer period, I will allow you to upgrade and simply pay the difference from the $97 to the $37. And of course, the same goes if you decide you want one-on-one coaching as well. So like I said, you guys, I really developed this program for you to really respond to the need and the questions that I was receiving from you all in my community for this coaching opportunity. So I hope that this introductory offer really piques your interest, because like I said, it is going to be a limited time price. The only reason that I am steeply discounting everything right now is because I've just started all of this, and I know that there's going to be a few growing pains as I get this up and running. But once the second launch comes around in April for the second blueprint, this price is no longer going to be valid. The price will be going up for both the Architect Path and the Blueprint Path. However, I do plan to keep the individual blueprints at the $37 price if you want to pick and choose which of the workbooks you think you need to fit you. So this was a very, very long and very informative video. So I thank you guys so much for sticking it out with me right now. Of course, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below, and follow me all over social media at MissTrenchcoat. I'll go ahead and leave a link to all of the things that I mentioned in this video below. See ya.